Hey guys, me again. I'm out in my big workshop, tearing up stuff. Just broke the leg off this capacitor out of that RCA C-3E tabletop radio. Anyway, I thought waiting on my new ultrasonic cleaner to work. I put it in my main shop, electronic shop, but it's loud, which I knew that was loud, but really loud. So I'm gonna try to think of a different place to put it in here. I may put it over here. Oops, sorry. I may put it over here because I got the 1.5 liter one, which may have been a mistake, but I wanted it big enough to do things. But anyway, this little capacitor here, I want to see if I can. I don't know if I can do it. I'll probably wind up tearing this thing up. I hope not. But I'm going to see if I can get into this thing. It's just probably like this the whole way. I don't know. But I'm just going to take and protect it with some blue shop towel, a couple of rounds, and just put it in my bench, my drill press vise, and just drill through it and take a core sample, if you will, and see what happens, and see how far down this goes. If I could just get it to a point where I can peel it out piece at a time, then I should be able to redo this cap. I don't know. Anyway, let me get set up. I'll bring you back. Okay, y'all see me all right? I don't have my glasses on. I can't see what the screen's doing. Okay. What I have, I mean, this is kind of, I don't even know why I'm making this video. I just like making stupid videos, I guess. Anyway, capacitor's been wrapped in a shop towel into my bench press vise. Not very tight, didn't want to squeeze the sides. And now my bench vise has been nicely cleaned off. So I'm going to start with, I don't know, let's start with something like an 11/64 bit. So do this one-handed. I've seen other people work on cars one-handed. They can do it, I can do it. Shaky cam. Oh boy, there's a text message. Let's find out what that is. Hang on a second. Yeah, what the heck. If you don't mind. Period. Okay, that was my Y. You gotta take care of the Y. Alright. Anyway, let's see. That's gonna be the setup right here. And again, I'm just using an 11/64 bit. And I'm gonna put you back on the tripod for a minute. So don't mind the shaky cam. If y'all watch any of my videos and don't get disgusted with them. Let's see, I can't see that display sometimes. We'll zoom you in a little bit. There we go. I noticed my camera settings are not right. When I tried to start this video outside, my exposure was too, it's in low light mode for some reason. So I got to sit down and figure that out. Anyway, let's do it. The thing I don't like about this drill press is a Craftsman drill press, but that's as slow as it gets right there. I'd like to get me one a little bit bigger that I can have a little bit more speed, variable speed on. Anyway, here we go. I'm going to drill through the center very gingerly. Put a little pressure on there. up a minute. Made it a little ways. Y'all still see it? Yeah. Not to dig too deep, too fast. Let it do its thing. Smells funny. We might be getting into the meat and potatoes part of it. Yeah, we quit getting chips. We quit getting them light brown chips, so turn it off a second, have a look. Let's see, there we go. Made it that far. I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put this back in the vise, and I'm going to eyeball it level wise. I'm going to drill on the side. What I want to do is be able to crack this, push it too much. It's going on the side of the center, right next to the outside. Trying not to be impatient. That's some little waxy chips, feels like. I'm trying to get something where I can cut this thing into pieces. Having to go too deep. See? Got a different kind of chip now. Really waxy. Went from solid to waxy. That means it's changed into where the electrolytic region is, I would guess. Venture to guess, as some people would say. So now we'll fasten it down again. Gotta go over here. I don't want to get too close to the edge. Here we go. Clean that off of there. Really waxy. It tells me I think I'm getting into a different region, down into the business end of this capacitor. Get out my regnut knife here. Yeah, that's really waxy. I'm going to go ahead and turn the capacitor again, drill this quadrant of it. So far I've got 3 holes in it and they ain't tore up nothing yet. Hey, the day is young. Yeah, I hit something just then. Did you see it skate around? Clean it off. Tell you what, let's see how high if I can get y'all any higher. Ouch! Just pinked my finger in the tripod. Special. I'm a special kind of special, you know what I'm saying? There we go. It looks pretty good. Let's try it again. It hits something and it starts skating over toward the center, as you may or may not have seen. That's what I got so far. Yeah, I see little shiny pieces in there, which tells me I've gone through the plug now into the actual capacitor part. So I think what I'll do, hold on. I think what I'm going to do, what we're going to do, we're going to go that way. I'm going to take my little small side cutters, just nip out. Oh yeah. Kind of like eating a cookie, a cheap cookie. It's crumbling. I hope to be able to get down into the inner workings of this capacitor where I can just dig it out and not damage the outside part of this thing. Got a little bit scooped out if you can see it. Wondering if I want to go a little drastic. I'm going to notch it back up in the vise. Alright. We're going to share in this potential disaster together. So I'm just going to take, this thing's got auto stabilization, which means when I zero in on something, it wants to adjust. So I had to catch up with it. So I'm going to take a small screwdriver, find one, and find what I'm looking for. Kind of like do a chisel type thing. I'll take this little small screwdriver, and I'm just going to come in here and I'm just going to tap on it in between all these sections that I drilled. See if I can break this out. Yeah, it's quite it's actually quite accommodating. Almost made a boo-boo. There we go. I'm just chipping this stuff away. Trying to get down to the actual capacitor part of the capacitor. If I didn't tell you that already, which I'm sure I did. Starting to see more of it. Mighty compacted in there. But it looks like it's more of this mess in there. I thought about just drilling it out with a bigger drill, but that's going to, I think that's going to be pretty tough to do. So just just have to go a little deeper with this brown sealant until I can get down to the actual capacitor. I see pieces of it, but this stuff is poured into this thing. It's molten. You know it's going to flow into every little nook and cranny. Got a heat gun that I've thought about using on it. What if this is what I like to call a dry electrolytic? According to my Syncor electrolytic tester, capacitor tester, ooh, almost messed up there. Ooh, easy, Sambo. According to my electrolytic tester, this is a 50 microfarad capacitor that checks 1 microfarad. Let's see. That's where we're at. We got deeper in there. Keep going. You got to be patient. Don't do as I say. Don't do as I do. I'm not a very patient person. That bit me in the butt more times than not. I'm getting into a different stratus. Here now, it's starting to turn white, which leads me to believe this is the electrolyte. Is that the right word? Electrolyte? Yeah, it's electrolyte. Moment of self-doubt. I do that a lot. We're getting there. That white is where the old electrolyte that's dried out. I mean, this thing looks like dried plaster, or not dried plaster, but what do you call it? Drywall compound. That's what it looks like. I believe we're getting it. Trying not to damage this thing too much. I may have deformed it just a little bit, but I think it's going to be fine. Let's see. Start scraping some of this out. Can y'all see? Dug it out to the capacitor itself, but let's see if I can get y'all to see what I'm seeing. Right here, these metal tabs, which is what are joined to, they're actually riveted in to the little pins to the side. So these are going to have to come out. I don't know if I can get them out. I don't know how to. I'm gonna have to take this back to the workbench. I'm back. Made a command decision. Tried to get these pins off, but they're embedded inside the way that they're crimped on. If you can see the two little slots, they're actually crimped on, and if I tried getting those out, I think I would damage this thing. I did break one tab off here, but I can fix that. I can make it work, but I don't want to damage these because I'd like to reuse these. So it's going to take a little bit of panache. I just wanted to say that word. Anyway, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this back, I'll wrap it back up in protective cloth, and I'm just going to chuck a little bit big, take my drill bit, and drill down here, and I'm going to keep up in my size until I can get as much of this out, and then maybe I can break it up in smaller chunks and get it out safely. So I'm going to try that. So I'll bring you back in a few minutes. Start you guys up. Let's zoom you in here and see all the action. Yeah, that's good enough. Here we go. I'm using that same 11/64 bit. Just going to drill down in the core of this thing as far as my one in there pretty easy. Bottomed out. Alright. No problem there. Let's move this out of the way. Let's go up in size on the drill a little bit. Clean the drill bit. Don't know what this stuff is. I don't want it to corrode my drill bit. Just like when you drill through gypsum or sheetrock, always clean your bit afterwards. Otherwise, that gypsum tends to be slightly corrosive to just regular to steel, to metal, should I say. Let's see, we're going to have to let that down a little bit. Alright. I'm going to go up to whatever I used, 15/64. Here we go. I don't go through the end of the capacitor. They're getting there. We made a lot of dirt. And if you can see it, getting there. Chuck it back up. Step up to the next size. Drill bit. I'm off work today. Medical reasons. I think I'm just going to step up to a 9/32. I'm getting kind of. Actually, I'm going to make a. Yeah, I'll do that. 9/32. So let's see what happens there. See if I got enough room. Barely. A little bit more. There we go. Just need enough room to clear. Here we go. Hopefully I don't tear it up now. I really need to get rid of these tabs, and I don't know if I can do that without damaging this thing. Alright, I'll be right back. Zoom out a little bit. I couldn't save the tabs, guys. I'm sorry. It just, that stuff was too tough for me. I mean, it thicker than I thought it was. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and leave this alone. But when I get done with this capacitor, what I'm basically going to do is I'm just going to take and make me a homemade chuck, blade, and just cut this little section off to shorten this capacitor a little bit. But I want to save the Z and the X and the W. I want to save that, but I want to just cut the edge of the capacitor down flush. That way, when I put it back on the board after I get it, if I do make it, get it stuffed, you can't even tell, other than missing the little tabs, which I may find a way to reuse those. I don't know. When I'm broke, I don't think anybody's going to notice the tabs. I don't know. But at least you'll have the original case. Anyway, I'm going to see if I can start breaking this thing apart. I don't think I'll let y'all watch that. I'll just, we'll just get down to the end, whether I broke it, tore it up, or whatever. So, be back when I get back. Alright. Didn't do anything major. I actually went up to about a 1/2 inch bit, just about. I think it was a 1/2 inch. I got it bored out that much. Now, I'm going to go in there with a good sharp pair of needle nose and just go in here and see if I can get a layer to come out. And just kind of peel away at the layer at that. And that's going to be very boring and tedious, and I'm going to go to my other shop for that. So I'll see you over there when I got something to talk about. Bye. Well, back in the main shop, the TV shop as I call it. Success. I had success. Here is the inner port, the capacitor portion of the capacitor. I was able to get a pair of needle nose in the middle of it after I drilled it out and got a hold of a layer and started twisting, and finally it pulled enough to where I could get a grab on it, and I saw it turn inside. Aha! So I just pulled it, you know, kind of like pulling a molar. But look at there. I have a core now that I can restuff. Now I got to cut these edges off right here and see if I can recreate those tabs. Well, I was successful, guys. Basically I drilled out the plug, the little black brown, I don't know what it is. It's kind of whatever it was. It was hard though. But once I got through that, broke that out, well, you know, as you saw, clipped it out with a pair of needle nose, and then I started using a little small screwdriver, chipping away at it till I could get all that out, where I could start seeing this aluminum foil. And then I was able to, hope this ain't PCB or I'm dead. I'm about dead anyway. And then I was able to get it clean enough to where I could get these tabs, but the tabs, like I say, I broke them because they were tougher than what I was, and I had nothing to get in there, so I just basically just joisted them out. You know, I sacrificed them, but I still have a good shell. Anyway, then I was able to start drilling it out as she started. I started out with a small one in the center, increased my size, and finally I went up to about it wasn't quite 1/2 inch, but big enough that I could get in there without it destroying anything. I just took my time, very gingerly took my time, and I was able to drill all the way down. And what that allowed me to do was get a pair of needle nose in the middle of this. You know, just get in the middle of this right here and just twist, and that actually kind of took some of the pressure off the sides and gave me something to grab, and I was able to just pull it out. So if you want to do one of these, I guess the whole point of this whole stupid video is you want to do something like that, and if you've never done it before, you know, practice makes perfect. You know, what we're going to do with it anyway, right? But I saved this one, so now I just gotta clean it up. I wish I had a lathe. I don't, but I can figure out something. I just want to be able to turn this to where I can cut the edges out, and then once my capacitors get in ordered, I'll just put those capacitors in there and get them how I want them. And I'll probably just take I might take a piece of circuit board material just so I can space this stuff. I don't know yet. I'll figure that out when I get to it. But when I get done with this, it'll look just like new. And then I got 3 capacitors inside the radio that I've got to take out, restuff, which ain't hard to do. But anyway, that's that. It was a success. Thanks for riding along, guys. Hopefully this give you a little inspiration if you want to try something like that. That you can. It can be done. Just take your time, think about it, and just be very, very patient. Something I'm not good at. Hey, y'all have a good day. I'll see you on the next video. Alright, take care.